like any other ordinary person. You walk past them, you probably won't notice anything wrong with them. They're like any other ordinary person, right? Well, wrong. We see 200,000 to 3 million cases of this disorder each year in the United States. As residents of this country, I feel like we need to know about this disorder because we will more than likely come encounter with these people. As a citizen of this country, I've met quite a few people with autism. So, becoming educated about autism will give us a better understanding of how they think. In my speech, I will explain what autism is, then I will discuss the different effects they have on different people, and then I will talk about the treatments that are available to them. So, to better understand what autism is, we need to know what it is. So what is it? Well, autism is a serious developmental disorder that impairs the human's ability to communicate and interact. In detail, the National Institute of Neurological Disorder and Stroke recently updated on November 6, 2014, states that it is a serious neurodevelopment disorder that strikes that socially impairs, have communication difficulties and restrictive, repetitive, and stereotyped patterns of behavior. So now that you know what autism is, I'll talk about who can have this disorder. So it can happen in any ethnic group. It ranges in all ages, but it's specifically seen more in males than in females. So now that I've talked about what autism is and who can have this disorder, I'm going to talk about what kind of effects it has on different people. So autism strikes the human social development, and their effects are apparent in people as young as infants. So according to Simon Baron Cohen, infants with autism are usually lack the social attention, so they're least likely to grasp objects or to want to be looking around. Instead, they're less likely to cry. And in children and adults, their social developments are impaired, meaning that they are less likely to be able to control their behavior and will at times start crying or just injure themselves. So for that reason, they don't really like to be involved with people. They rather just be by themselves. So now that I've talked about the effects, I will talk about the treatments available. So it is known that there is no cure for autism. There are treatments that are therapeutical, biomedical, and non-medical. So the therapeutic treatments include workshops like art and music, which help soothe their sensory stimulation. For biomedical, they have they try to maintain addition to vitamins and minerals in their diet and try to modify their diet. And for non-medical treatments, it's similar to therapeutic, and it's usually just educational workshops. So even though these treatments are available, it is not guaranteed to actually work because autism strikes people differently. Now that I've talked about autism, everyone should be more knowledgeable of this disorder. Becoming educated about it will help us better understand what people with autism deal with. So I have this little video to help.
Autistic persons have trouble turning details into a coherent whole. This takes more time and a lot of effort. So many are overly sensitive or not sensitive enough to certain stimuli.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Such as sound or physical contact. They may react in a way that is incomprehensible to outsiders. There are several forms of autism. The most common are classic autism, Asperger's syndrome, and PDD-NOS. Because they...
Okay, well, it just talks about more in depth about autism, and I hope now that you guys have a little bit more knowledge of what autism is, you guys can help spread the word.